Hello, my dears. Thank you so much for popping in. Are y'all excited to watch more of our TV show today? There we go. So, just as a reminder for anyone who may be new to this, oh, and by the way, please let me know if anything sounds odd. I've been fiddling with the volume a little and not sure how I feel about it. But yes, for anyone that is new, I will be streaming the Jewel Riders today. This will be our second session of doing it. Now, before anyone is concerned, I do have permission to stream this. And I will show off the people who allowed me to do it. So this is on their Twitter. Oh, my computer had a moment, sorry. So this is their Twitter. You can find them at Twitter at Jewel Riders. Very simple, very easy. And if you look, they have on their pinned tweet all of their different socials that you can find them at. They have, let me scroll down a bit more. So, Pinterest, YouTube, Twitter, they have a podcast, and Facebook. They also have their own specific website that you can see. Once it loads. Ah, and Armored Horns. The way that you said hello reminded me of the Jack Frost from Shin Megami Kenshin. Or the hee-ho was very cute. But yeah, so this is their website. You'll find all sorts of information and different little podcasts and things like that that I've done. So once again, I want to thank them so much for getting back to me and giving me permission to actually do this for y'all. And yes, they know that I am streaming it, not just showing it. But without much further ado, we shall begin episode 4 today. It is titled Travel Trees Can't Dance. Well, since I have to do this in a weird way to actually sync up with my phone, since I can't listen to the audio and y'all hear it at the same time. So, 3, 2, 1, play. And please let me know how everything is sounding to y'all, my dears. It's good? That's good.
Yes! Sunstar, that was great! You're flying like a champion!
We make a great team, Gwen. Let's try the next one.
Okay, Sunstar, go for it!
Here we go!
Look at my beautiful coat! I'm soaked!
Balance and control. That's what Fallon says.
Ugh, let's head back to the Crystal Palace. It's a long flight and we're late. I know. We'll use the travel trees.
Travel trees, but not without the others. Fallon told us to wait until they teach us.
Fallon is such a know-it-all. We're jewel riders now. All we need is our sunstone.
All right.
I call on the trees of Merlin, strong and true.
We recognize the sunstone worn by Princess Guinevere. Where do you wish to go, Your Highness?
We wish to go to the Crystal Palace.
Princess, shouldn't we use our armor? Tamara always says safety first.
I was getting to that. By the magic of the sunstone. Ready, Sunstar? Ready.
Hang on, Princess!
Don't worry, I am. Almost there.
Where is that girl? I know I told her to meet us here at noon. Now what? Gwen, Sunstar, you used the trees on your own.
Nothing to it. Hi, everyone. Sorry we're late. Mother, you should have seen us. We flew like...
Well,
What
maybe
happened?
speak
I
after
don't
you
know.
get off the magic teleportation pad.
To the princess!
There seems to be a problem with our magic.
I'll say, you knotheads!
Ever since we lost the 7 crown jewels, the magic all over Avalon hasn't been working right. I hope Gwen is all right.
Don't worry, we'll find her. Come on, Tamara. By the magic of the Heartstone, by the magic of the Moonstone. Wait for me! Great trees, take us to the princess, please.
We will try.
Oh, I hate riding the wild magic!
Oh, my. Sunstar, are you all right?
Yes, but what happened?
I don't know. Mighty trees of Merlin, can you tell us where we are?
Roses are red, violets are blue. Everyone's dancing except me and you.
These trees are not themselves.
We advise you not to travel today.
Let's fly up and take a look around.
All right.
I think we're in the North Woods.
Gwen, I feel wild magic, very intense.
I think you're right. And what's with these clouds?
Wow, what is that thing?
Let's go in for a closer look.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
everyone! There is great wild magic here! Did you see that big fly?
A great big fly flying by.
That's not a fly, you dweezil! That's my niece Guinevere and the flying unicorn. Grim, follow them. But not too close. We'll let them find my jewel for me.
Hold on!
What in Avalon is going on?
Get your drive on, dears. You go, ladies.
May I have this doll, Shelly?
What a dashing gentleman. Interesting, I've only seen Sunstar dance with female characters.
Acha! I love that swinging wild magic sound. Da da da, dun dun da. Smell that wild magic jive. Hey, I'm hip to this trip, Twigster. And Rufus, isn't this balloon supposed to float?
Let's dance, cute stuff.
Ooh, love his outfit. Reminds me of
You big blooded thing, dear.
the Quizzler. Is that his name? The Batman villain?
Wow. You ever had a hippo step on your hoof? No, but now I've seen a fox doing the foxtrot. That was wild. Wild magic? Look over there. I thought I saw a dweezil.
We were too quick for them. We will follow them like the dweezils we are.
There, let's check it out.
I smell a crown jewel. Well, joy!
A travel tree ring. The doorway is wide open. It could be causing the problems with the travel trees. Not to mention dancing hippos.
I can't dance. You can't make me. I can't dance 'cause I'm a tree.
Mighty trees of Merlin, are you all right?
We can't dance. We can't shut the door.
Gwen, the wild magic is flooding out uncontrolled. What do we do?
Shut the door.
How? Gwen, up there. A crown jewel. Let's go.
You would think they would have noticed that coming down.
All right, you dweezils, hand over that stone.
Never!
By the magic of the sunstone.
Double yikes!
Hand over that crown jewel, Beatles. Dive, Grim, dive!
Sunstar, the jewel. I can't move my wings.
Now the magic will be mine.
Rip. Always wear your seatbelts, my dears. Oh, they're palm trees.
Oh, you stupid trees! You've been bouncing us around the entire kingdom! Where is she? Oh, Princess Guinevere!
She rides the wild magic.
She has shut the door.
What do you mean?
We are feeling much better now, thank you.
Can you take us to the princess?
We will
It's like getting put on hold at customer service.
With this jewel, I should be able to control all of this wild magic.
On to port! No, that way, that way.
Ugh, ninnies, why don't you watch where we're going? Crown jewel of the North Woods. Obey me.
Phew!
Oh, Grim. Poor baby.
Sunstar, are you all right? I think so. We're back in the North Woods. Great trees. Thank you for helping us.
Our pleasure, Your Highness.
Gwen, Sunstar.
Hey, we found you.
Princess! Oh!
I'm sorry I worried you. It would have been fine, but the trees weren't working right.
We know.
But I found a crown jewel.
Oh my!
It was stuck in a travel tree ring. The wild magic was just pouring out uncontrolled.
Oh no!
A crown jewel. We've got to get it back into Merlin's jewel box.
Yes, yes!
Kale's got it. I danced with a hippo.
What was that?
The magic made this whole section of woods grow crazy. Let's go.
Oh, Grim.
It's waterlogged! Wake up, dragon! I think he's better. Much.
Princess, we could really use the pack's help. There is a way to call the pack.
How?
The Horn of Merlin.
This is legendary magic, only used to call the pack.
We have to combine all of our enchanted jewels together.
Form an enchanted jewel circle.
From legends of old, we call on the Horn of Merlin. Wise wolves whose memories run long, hear our song. Come to us who need you.
We did it!
How'd we get here? The Horn of Merlin brought us here. Princess, Fallon,
Let's
Pamela,
yoink
are
'em.
you all right?
So far.
Look at this mess. Wild magic.
Exactly.
Rufus? Twig? Can you hear me? Oh, where is my dragon wagon? There must be a way to release this power. What is this place? Unhand me, you idiot.
Oh, you're so lovely when you dance.
Yes, well, I've been known to step out now and then. Wait a minute. What's going on?
It's wild magic.
This stone of the North Woods keeps the trees green, lush, and happy?
Think happy thoughts.
Lovely.
She does look
I've been
cute.
getting the hang of this.
All it took was a fox gentleman.
I command you. Much, much better.
Thornwoods! This is Kale's work. Wolfpack, let's do it! By the magic of the Forest Stones! Let's move out!
The greenery makes my heart happy.
Look sharp. She could be anywhere.
Oh, I'm somewhere, all right.
What was that laugh? Yeah.
Good one, Gwen. How are we gonna get close enough to grab the jewel?
I'll try an illusion with my moonstone. Careful, Fallon. Moonless sky so dark has grown. Make me disappear, moonstone.
So if you didn't know, this could also be a connection to the Moon Tarot card,
Are you there?
Rufus, where are you, you dweezil?
We are flying.
because
in
the Moon
treasure
Tarot
land.
card can also
Get me out
be
of here!
connected to illusions and that which is unseen.
What the? Stop! Rufus, Twig, get my jewel back!
Would you? Could you? Should you?
Oh,
The crown jewel.
Dancing dweezils! Now I've seen everything.
Fallon! Fallon, throw it to me!
Grim after that unicorn!
Oh, hello, Game Crazy. We're nearing the end of the first episode, so you're not too far off from the beginning.
just like at Dragon Beach. We can do it. Let's do it. That jewel belongs in Merlin's jewel box in the Crystal Palace.
Merlin's key.
It's my good luck charm. It always reminds me of when Sunstar and I found each other.
There was an error there. There should have been one other.
Well done, my students. You've restored the balance to at least one section of Avalon. I'm proud of you.
Stay with us, please.
Only when all 7 crown jewels are returned and the balance is restored to all of Avalon will I be able to leave the wild magic and come home.
Keeping balance is very important.
It sure helps in flying.
And dancing.
I danced with a dweezil!
By the magic of the Sunstone, you're tuned into the Jewel Riders Archive.
So that is interesting that it seems like episode 4 and episode 3 should have been swapped. You would think that that would be something very simple for them to fix or to do. So I wonder why they chose to have 3 as their 3 and not 4. Yes, so it is cute to see them slowly but surely get better at working together and whatnot. And I love seeing, I know this might be minute, but I personally love seeing how Sunstar's horn is so kind of soft and rounded, but Moondance's horn is a lot more pointed and regal. And there is a reason for that, which will be explained later. But let us go on to episode 5. This one is called Wizard's Peak. How are you doing, dear friend? I'm doing well, Game Crazy. Thank you so much for asking. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
Jump in the ring, destiny calls. Together as friends, we'll get through it all. Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders. The sun and the moon will show
Show us the way.
with love in your hearts. Come join us today, Princess Guinevere and the
And the Jewel Riders.
Jewel power. We got jewel power. Our circle is growing. We're ready and strong. Together as one. That's where we belong. Feel the magic of the Jewel Riders. Jewel power. Jewel power. Oh, Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders.
Yes, I am extremely grateful that I was given permission as well, Game Crazy.
Riders approaching.
That must be them.
Everyone stay alert.
We risked a great deal to bring this to you, young Jewel Rider.
We appreciate what you've done. This is it.
We only want what's best for Avalon, but we cannot venture into Wizard's Peak.
Wizard's Peak? An ancient place of great magic. It's mentioned in some scrolls my mother has in her study.
It is a haunt of dangerous creatures.
A lot of superstitious nonsense.
Huh, you are braver than you look.
Wolfpack.
Superstitious. You're riding a direwolf, use magic, and are surrounded by unicorns.
Oh, it's just the wind.
Hail!
I hope I'm not too late for the party. Hand me that artifact.
Fallon, Moondance, cover us!
There they go, witchy one.
Grim, after them! Take us in closer, Grim.
I really want to make sculptures or dolls or fan art or something of them. They're all so wonderful.
Take Sunstar up and hold her off!
Wait, princess! Follow me!
Those fools! That path leads to a dead end.
It's a dead end. We'll be trapped.
Drake!
In there!
I like the character designs as well. As you conveniently said that, at the same time I gushed about wanting to make art.
On the mountain.
Climb, Grim, climb!
Good call, Drake.
How did you know that secret tunnel was here?
It's all here on the map. See? Tunnel of Illusion.
Incredible! Look at these
markings? The crown jewel of burning ice must be found before this entire land becomes uninhabitable.
According to this map, we're not far from where the jewel was first discovered.
We don't know how accurate the map is anymore.
The tunnel was still here.
We still have to enter Wizard's Peak.
Stick with me. Hey, maps are my thing.
Where do we begin?
Drake and I are going after the jewel. You, Josh, and Max are leaving.
But you'd be here all alone.
I wouldn't put it quite like that.
You'll have to lead Kale away from here and give us time to find the jewel.
Fallon's in command. Right.
Let's move. Good luck.
We're right here. The Canyon of Howling Winds.
How much farther? I'm freezing. How's that? Better, thank you.
Almost there. Let's see. 5 miles north-northwest should put us at the right tunnel entrance.
The crown jewel is altering the landscape. We shouldn't put too much trust in that map.
Slight desynchronization. Is the sound a little fast or is it a little slow compared to the video? I'm hoping that maybe one should never expect perfection in that. Oh, I know, but I'm hoping that maybe if I pause it and then restart it, maybe, emphasis on maybe, that might help. And I would always recommend anyone to go and watch the series on the YouTube channel. It's a lot better than trying to do it 3 to 5 seconds. That's weird.
Read it fine so far. I say we stick to the map.
Fine, have it your way. Men.
Let me know if it's still like that. If not,
They're not making for the travel trees, so I assume they're trying to keep me away from the mountain. Well, two can play at this game.
Grim, take us to Wizard's Peak.
is the audio still wonky, my dear?
I don't understand this. We've come exactly 5 miles.
If you'd listen to me, we wouldn't be lost right now.
We're not lost. I just
Okay,
don't know
good.
where we are.
Let me see that thing. What's this?
It's a spot of dirt. This map is so old.
It's an ancient symbol for a door or a cave. That way.
Oh.
Please let me know if it gets worse than that.
Smell that? Yes, fragrant magic. How about this door?
Hello? Anyone home?
After you, Twig.
After you.
No, after you.
After you.
After you. Oh, no problem. You first.
Well, how do you feel about taking this way in?
I'm so cold, I can't feel a thing.
At least we agree on that much.
I'm going inside before I freeze. Sunstar, you'll be all right here?
The cold doesn't bother me, but I'd rather go in with you.
I'll be fine. Well, are you coming?
Wait here out of the weather. I'll contact you if we find anything.
Contact me if you don't find anything.
Right.
I really love Gwen's outfit. I would have it in a different color though.
Connecting tunnel up ahead.
Gosh, I really want to make my own clothes.
Which way now, though?
Maybe then I could have something that fits my dramatic body proportions.
I think it's wild magic.
Hydrate? Of course, Darla.
Princess, are you all right?
Yes, we're fine. Thanks.
Thank you.
And thank you, Darla, for the hydrate.
What does it say?
Walk this way.
Hmm. I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go back a few seconds and see if that kind of shakes it up. Let me.
The Hall of Wizards.
Wizards? I thought Merlin was the only wizard around.
At one time, there were many wizards.
What happened to them?
I don't know. We may never know.
Princess, take a look at this. What is it?
Whoever opens the chest, beware. I can't make out the rest. Oh, I should have studied Mother's scrolls a little harder.
Well, wizards or no wizards, we've got a job to do.
Right.
Wow, look at all this stuff. Is this cool or what?
We shouldn't be playing with this. Oh, it's lovely.
Beautiful flowers for the beautiful princess.
Why, Drake, you shouldn't have.
Gwen, it's here! We found it!
Who dares to steal magic from this place?
Drake!
Guinevere, don't move!
Who are you?
I am the guardian of the Hall of Wizards.
You wanna play? Come after me!
By the magic of the Sunstone!
Guinevere! By the magic of the Forest Stone!
Uh-oh. Some guardian you are, though. They were able to mess around with a few things.
I've lost contact with Guinevere.
And I can't reach Drake. Some kind of magical interference.
One of us has got to go for help.
I'm stuck.
I'll fly to the Crystal Palace for help.
Hurry.
Interesting that they use feline
Are you alright?
roars for the wolf.
I think so. You?
I'll live. What was that thing?
It said it was the guardian of the Hall of Wizards.
It's doing a good job.
It's filthy down here.
Sorry, I gave the cleaning crew the day off.
Drake, you were very brave.
Yeah, it's true.
And modest.
In here!
Delightful magical odors.
This is a reference to some old song, but I can't recall the name of it.
Look at all of this magical stuff.
Hey, Twig! Magic hats!
Ooh, my turn.
serve you.
Bring us some food.
Yes, your wizardness.
Hey, Rufus, he called you a wizard.
I like being a wizard.
Me too.
Even that wizard hat references that one song I'm thinking of.
Tamara, I would be glad to see you if I could.
We'll have you out in a jiffy. Come on, troops.
Y'all remember Fantasia, the one with Mickey Mouse and the brooms? What is the name of that song?
That tickles.
Huh, some rescue team.
You're rescued, aren't you? There may be others who need rescuing.
With all this wild magic, we can't hear them.
We'll have to go in after them.
These tunnels are
Yes,
too narrow.
that's the name of the short, but I can't recall the name of the song they used.
Make it rain potato chips.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, music and Dweezelettes.
You make very peculiar wizards.
If that is the case, there are a few themes, or a few notes from the Dweezil
Station
song
yourselves at
that
different
reference
points.
it.
Sugar, you and Cleo go up this other tunnel. Spike, down that tunnel. I'll stay here and talk to Tamara.
All right, but it looks awfully dirty in there.
Great. Dead end.
Uh-oh, sounds like company.
I love how they sent out
This
the
time we'll be
babies.
Up there! Drake, it's Cleo! Cleo! Cleo, can you hear me?
Princess, thank goodness.
Tell her to get some ropes and lower them into the mine shaft.
Cleo, listen carefully. Get some ropes and lower them into the mine shaft.
Okay. Sugar, get some oats and blow them into the mine draft. Spike, cut some boats and load them onto the flying raft.
Toad Flam in two thieving crafts.
Tamara, crusted moats onto the flaming toothy ring laughs.
Cross the moat on the count of 2 and throw the staff? Well, I suppose if I think of this stream as a kind of moat, then that lever must be the staff. 1, 2. Ah! Oh my!
Oh no!
This place is rockin', Dweezil dude.
Enough is enough.
Answer me, you dweezels!
Uh-oh. Witchy one, is that you?
Of course it's me! Did you find any magic?
You could say that.
So, you're not wizards at all. You're here to steal the magic.
Could be.
Well, it's time to go. Bye.
Here it comes.
By the magic of the sunstone!
By the magic of the forest stone.
Look out! Cleo!
Cleo, come back!
Sugar, is it you?
I fell on my little head. Archie, we're saved!
us?
Gwen?
Here. No one move. Where's that crown jewel?
Not so fast, Kale.
Pirates, smugglers, dweezels!
What the? Who are you?
I want my jewel!
I want my jewel. No!
Master Merlin!
Your work here is done, Guardian. Return to your ancient slumber. The crown jewel of burning ice has been returned to the jewel box. Remember, my students, it's not the path you choose, it's how you walk that path. And never be shy about asking for directions.
Grim, get us out of here. You haven't won yet, Jewel Riders!
What happened to all of you? It's a long story. Let's head home.
Let's see. 5 miles past this mark. Hey! Oh, come on! Hey! Hey, come on, kids!
Alright. Those roses are so adorable. Well, thank you, my dear. Is it these? Is it the petals? I'm quite fond of them too. Although I will say it was not fun drawing them. And about making your own clothes, you really should give that a try. It would take some time to do, but you don't have to do it all in a hurry. Yeah, so I technically have made a dress before. It was for a cosplay thing though. So it wasn't really actually wearable clothes. Although I would love to potentially repurpose it if I could still fit in it. The issue with the clothes is that one, I could and know of places where I can design my own patterns, but there is places where you can buy patterns, like on Etsy. I actually have some of them from Etsy on my throne, just kind of as a reminder in case I ever do it. But there's a few dress patterns that I have saved. But the issue is one, getting enough fabric that will actually, be good enough for everyday wear. But there are some fabrics that are just really not good in quality. And if you get enough fabric, it can get a little expensive. And I really want to try and avoid any fabric with like polyester or things like that. There is, very sadly, a lot of fabric that has false and temporary plastics, substitutes, and things like that. I really want to avoid anything. Oh, ads? Then I'll get everything set up for the next episode while you deal with that. Oh, I completely forgot about my tea. It's probably a little cold now. Goodness, is the ad still going? That's really unfortunate. I wish I could afford to have ads turned off. Welcome back, my dear. And I'm sorry about the ads. I really wish I could afford to have them off for everyone. But yes, as I was saying, there's very unfortunately a lot of plastics and a lot of the, yes, a lot of fabrics have plastics or something cut with it. And fast fashion is something that really bothers me because it gives to a lot of waste. If I make clothes, I want to make something that will last a long, long time. Potentially to where if I even have children, I could hand me those things down. But yes, unfortunately, a lot of clothes just don't fit my body. And it's actually really uncomfortable. So, usually, what I have to do is that I have to size up by a lot just to be able to fit certain parts of my body, but then belt it in order to make me not look like a tent. Yes, they tend to improve the longevity in some sips, but at the same time, they don't. Very odd that way. So, a lot of plastics or polyesters and things like that are cut in with a lot of fabrics because it's cheaper. It isn't all that good for longevity, and it's actually really delicate to fire. Like, did you know that a lot of homes today will go up in flames a lot quicker than the homes that were made a long time ago because of how much plastics and um like substituted materials are done. Whole materials are actually a lot more robust to fire. So, even that dress that I made, I didn't realize that the fabric was about, oh, it's been a long time, but it was cut with some polyester. I wasn't as versed on that information as I am now. So it really does bother me. And then there's also a interesting juxtaposition where when it comes to things like fur, so faux fur will more than likely be made from synthetic materials, which is not good and bad for the environment. But obviously, the fur trade is really awful. Like, there are still fur farms in America to this day, and it's really horrifying to see the conditions those little foxes go through. Now, I don't have any issues, obviously, with people who hunt and actually use the entire animal, make leather from that animal, use the fur from that animal. That doesn't bother me. It's the commercialization of organics, I suppose you could say, that really rubs me the wrong way. Like with the fur farms, they just raise the animal in poor quality conditions, usually, just to kill it. So, yeah. And the same goes for leather. Leather will last a long time and is just better to use than, say, faux leather, because, or vegan leather, because unfortunately, vegan leather is plastic. It is a plastic, which is not good for the environment. Now, I do think that there has been some looking into, I think, using pineapple skin to be a substitute for animal leather, which will be really interesting if they can get that to go. But yeah, and the other thing is that, and this may go into the suspected autism that I may have. I'm really sensitive to textures. So a lot of the stuff that's very plasticky really is awful on my skin. Like in the summer, they always have these outfits that have this really rough texture, almost like a loosely interwoven fabric. So, and it's everywhere, but really prominent in the summertime and spring. I can't stand those textures. So that's why you'll see me with very soft cottons or silks and velvets, because those don't really bother me. Textures are such a troubling thing for those with autism. Yes. So I have heard. Now, it being on my body usually isn't too bad, but my hands, I cannot do it at all. So, whenever it's actually been a very long time since I've even tried clothes shopping because I hate fast fashion that much. But when I did, I would touch everything just to see if I can tolerate just touching it. Most of the time, I couldn't. But I've been watching a lot of people who make clothing, and I would love to do it so much. But I need to get good fabric. I have a sewing machine, and I've made dolls and things like that before. I've worked with sewing machines. I know how to sew by hand, even different ways of sewing. It's just a matter of one space, because when you want to make an outfit, especially if it's a dress or something like that, you're gonna need a lot of room to make something. 100% cotton, I'll write with you. Um, I cannot recall. You see, it has to be soft. So however it's made has to be very soft. Um, Unfortunately, usually things that are higher in quality, it seems. But yes, maybe when I'm finally able to get out of these apartments, although unfortunately I will be having to move back in with family. Um, Maybe I'll have room to make patterns and sew clothes. I do also have a mannequin that's adjustable, so hopefully I can kind of adjust it to my body shape. I know some people are a texture thing with some cotton makes. Yes, that's why I said it has to be soft, because I do remember some really rough and coarse, just pure cotton. So, so long as it's soft in texture, it usually doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, I would love to make my own clothes. And as said before, I do technically have some patterns on my throne, if you're ever curious. Uh, I'll have to look at different fabrics though. And there is also a really cool website that I am subscribed to where you can actually, create your own patterns. It's actually really, really cool. I can't quite remember the name of it off the bat though. Yes, there is a place kind of close by called Joanne's Fabrics. I have looked at it a little. The thing is that usually whenever you want to make clothes, you have to make mock-ups. So it's usually a lesser, kind of cheaper thing, um, just to kind of get the basic idea of the clothes before you use the real clothes. Just, I never really found anything that made me 100% happy. And this may be me being a dramatic and love shiny woman, but I would love to really add in beautiful inlays or decorations on it. Oh, you don't have to worry about getting me anything crazy. As I said before, there is a Joanne's here too. It's just the few times that I have gone, and it's been a long time, but I didn't really find anything that sung to me, if you would. And most of the things were unfortunately lined with some sort of polyester or plastic substitute. I would love to help you when I can with sourcing materials. Well, if you're ever, if it ever comes across, I wouldn't mind getting some help on finding some lovely patterns for outfits. I've been kind of glancing around for, just some nice clothing patterns, because I prefer wearing dresses and things like that, and I would love to make them. But unfortunately, I would have to adjust them quite a bit. I'm just so picky, and my tastes usually run for the more ancient. I don't want to say I'd be walking around like a Ren Fair person, but I won't deny it either. I have a beautiful gown that's a little bit similar to the one I'm wearing, actually, except for the gold top and all that and all the lace. But it's actually a beautiful long silver gown, and it has a mantle that I can come with it. I would love to maybe get a red version of that, so if I ever go to conventions, I can wear that along with my horn. I keep debating going to TwitchCon, but I'm not 100% sure. And there's a few local cons that I would love to go to and sell things if I ever get to the point where I can. But if possible, though, the dream would be to commission Firefly Path and get a replica of my outfit. That would be amazing. I would love that so much. Their stuff just looks so beautiful and whimsical. But one day. Oh, indeed, I will gladly help you search. I would only ask one thing. Please allow me to see how they look on you. I do love seeing fashions in use. Well, of course, my dear. I would probably be gushing about any clothes if I were to actually make any. The thing is just making it. That's always the big one. As I said before, I don't have the space or much of the resources in order to do it now. I My apartment isn't too bad, but with two cats running around trying to lay everything down and get all of the fabric and all that going and the delicate paper for I don't know if y'all know pattern paper, but pattern paper is so delicate. You can very easily tear it. That's the big thing I'm scared of. Yes. So, one I don't think would cause issues, but the other, my little boy Jackson, he loves the sound of crinkly stuff, and pattern paper is very crinkly. He will go insane over it. But perhaps, maybe one day. I won't lie, the other thing that was kind of holding me back was all the weight gain that I got with my sickness. Like, I still have an amazing body, an amazing shape. It just fluctuates so much due to the bloating, and I'm at the heaviest I've ever been. Which, once again, I have a rocking body. It's just very thick. It's just the bloating. I can wake up with a relatively flat stomach up at the top, but then I'll like have a sip of water and I'll just balloon outwards. So it's all kind of up in the air. I do want to get stronger again. It's just a long process. Especially since I don't know if anyone else does this, but it doesn't happen all the time. But sometimes I'll actually develop, I think it's almost like a heat rash or hives during or after working out. It doesn't happen all the time, like I said, but I will sometimes get terrible hives down my legs. Nowhere else, just on my legs whenever I'm working out. It's so weird. I need to remember to get some sort of steroid cream. Oh, and I agree that having seen you is amazing shapely and very fetching. Look. Well, thank you, my dear. As I said before, I love my shape. It's a very dramatic, very feminine one. It's a very thick one, too. But, like, my design is very much based off of me. And you remember that high priestess picture that I drew? It's practically my body. Just, the waist is a little bit more dramatic, but not by much. It's just, I have such a short torso, and high hip bones. So, compared with that, with my breasts being so large, it kind of gets in the way and hides my waist sometimes. But, oh well, oh well. Wow, we got off topic. We still have an episode to watch. But yes, if I ever make the clothes, I will definitely show them to y'all. It's something I very much want to do. Just time, effort, and money. Especially since I'm working so much already as is. I barely have time for anything. Because let me tell you, working at an ER can drain you. These past few weeks have been insane. And unfortunately, there have even been some even more emotionally draining things at work. But no deaths, on my watch at least. But can get heavy. Well, I've only seen the upper half of you in pictures. Yes, I have very wide hips and thick thighs. I have a very dramatic shape. Um, like a. You see, when it comes to the hourglass body shape, it's technically um, within the 10 range. So, starting from the bust, if it was like 20, then the hips or the waist would be 10, and then the hips would be 20. So if you go up, it would be 30, 20, 30. My proportions, the last I checked, were more dramatic than the 10, 10, 10 range. So it would be like, this is just an example. I don't remember what my actual proportions were, and it's been a second because I don't really care. But it would be more like 35, 20, 40. You have not shown any pictures in a full body mirror, which I would love to see at some point, but only if you're okay with such a thing. I would never force anyone to do anything they are not comfortable with, or ask them to do what they don't want to do. Well, of course, I wouldn't do it if I didn't feel comfortable with it. I just don't have anything. I keep debating on whether or not I want to do more saucy photos, because I do have some really pretty lingerie or really sensual outfits, but I don't really have the means to take good pictures of those, so I don't bother too much. Alright, we keep getting distracted. We have one more episode to watch. Alright, and this one is called For Whom the Bell Tolls. One, two, three.
Jump in the ring, destiny calls. Together as friends, we'll get through it all. Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders. The sun and the moon will show us the way. With love in your hearts, come join us today. Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders. Jewel power. We got jewel power. Our circle is growing. We're ready and strong. Together as one. That's where we belong. Feel the magic of the Jewel Riders. Jewel power. Jewel power. Oh, Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders.
How could the entire Castle River mist just vanish?
King Jared heard rumors that Lord Delphine himself is missing.
Drake, I sense something from over there.
Looks like the Groundkeeper's Lodge. Thunder, you, Storm, and Shadow wait here. We'll go in on foot.
I hear a noise. What could it be? I think I have some company.
Stop! Drake, look at what he's wearing.
Say, you there.
Are you friend or enemy? Do you want to fight or play with me?
We represent the Crystal Palace of Avalon. We are seeking the lost crown jewels.
You must think me a fool. I found it. It's my jewel.
We mean you no harm, but we need to examine that jewel you wear.
Oh, hey! What? Whoa! Wait a minute!
You might be green and very small, but I love an audience, one and all.
I won't lie, I love it when characters clang. Think clang? Is that the term? Or is it just clanging?
Hey, wait a minute! Whoa!
Josh, is that you?
The one and only. Run, Storm!
Hold still, Cleo.
Look! It's Storm!
Storm Runner, what's happened?
Hey, Spike, look!
Tamara, quick! There's this ugly troll and... Ah!
Cool! Catch it, sugar!
Leave me alone, you bullies!
What? They're where?
Look, Tamara! He's a frog! Yuck!
They're all frogs.
Sugar, honey, don't hurt it. Where's Josh?
It's me!
That is Josh.
Josh, is it really you?
It's not easy being green.
I do not wish to hear just me. I bid you, make a symphony.
Hey, he's pretty good.
Archie, hand me the small brush, please. The brush, not a sponge.
Sorry. Do I wish I had studied the enchanted jewels more with Merlin?
We'll have to figure out the jewels by ourselves until Merlin can come home. Even Mother and Father can't help us. They never used the enchanted jewels against such wild magic.
We never had to, until Kale broke the magic bond of Merlin's jewel box.
Gwen! Gwen! We're in Sunstar's room, Tamara.
Look!
Yuck! A slimy toad!
A slimy frog, to be exact.
Let's not get personal.
Ah! A talking slimy frog.
He's Joshua.
I don't care what you've named him. He's icky.
No, he is Joshua. He's under some kind of spell.
Oh my!
We have to do something.
The rest of the pack, Drake?
Drake, Max, they're all frogs.
Oh!
How horrible!
Oh, Gwen, please don't cry. You think this is funny?
Of course not. Okay, maybe just a little. I mean, picture
picture Drake as a frog.
Yoo-hoo! Excuse me, but I, for one, am not particularly amused.
The boys need our help. Right, we'd better hop to it.
Great. What a rescue this is gonna be.
I want you three to stay with Wintermane until we get back.
Yo, boy! Yay, Wintermane!
Hey, guys! Storm! Where's the rest of the pack? Fallon, wait till you hear this one.
It's the Reedy River. We've come too far.
We should have arrived at Castle Rivermist by now.
Oh, there is one thing.
What's that?
Castle River Mist is missing.
What? I sense something. Or someone.
Where?
From out there.
Let's not take any chances. Stand ready.
Jewel Riders, thank goodness.
Great Swan, we are looking for our friends. They were transformed by a magic spell.
Tell me about it. I am Lord Delphonse of Castle Rivermist.
Lord Delphonse? Lord Delphonse, what's happened here?
An evil troll is transforming everything, even my castle. I, too, am the victim of the troll's evil magic.
Oh my, poor Lord Delphonse.
Yo, Swan Dude, consider yourself lucky.
Can you lead us to this troll?
We can surprise him if we take the river. How could this have happened?
We fear the troll has one of the missing crown jewels of Avalon. It's allowing him to tap into wild magic.
A real crown jewel, you say?
Gwen, we'll need some water transportation.
Oh no!
What do you suggest?
We have come to this river to rescue our friends. We need passage to travel these watery bends. Well, our ride's here.
Oh, I hate getting wet.
Let us go! Let us out, you monster! You do the worst tricks I've ever seen.
If you insist on being rude, I'll make frog stew, my favorite food.
Well, he wasn't all that bad, was he, Max Old Frog?
Not really.
The water is getting rougher, Tamara.
Hang on, everybody. This could get bumpy.
How bumpy?
Don't worry, it gets calmer.
I do love the swan's design, though.
What's happened to Lord Swan? Thunder! Shadow! Can you hear me?
Tamara, is that you?
Yes, Thunderbolt, it is.
This troll has turned Drake and Max into frogs.
We know. Josh is here. Are you all right?
We're lizards.
Oh. Stay calm. We're thinking.
Don't think too long. The troll is making frog stew.
Of course, Green Crazy. I would love to do that.
Tamara, here's the plan. I'll take the front. You and Gwen will watch the rear. Wait. I feel something is
never seen such a pretty thing.
I'm sorry to bother you, but I saw the light on and I'm lost.
Oh, please don't fret, my gentle dear. I'm so delighted to have you here.
Thank you. May I play you a song?
Nothing like charming those. It's better to seduce than to battle.
Oh, how can this be? I thought you were a friend to me.
I can't be your friend until you take away the spell you've cast on my friends.
You talk as if I am so cruel, but you have tried to steal my jewel.
The crown jewel doesn't belong to you.
You must give it back.
If you each perform one task, I will give you what you ask.
And if we don't?
Your friends will feel the heat, and I will have froggy legs to eat.
We accept your challenge. Who first?
You, so strong and yet so fair, let's see you walk on air.
Walk on air? I get it! Easy, Fallon.
Tamara? Tamara is the one with the pink hair. She is quite lovely.
Think you'd fail so fast. Now I will begin my task.
Fallon. Fallon is the one with the purple hair. Fallon and her ride, Moondance, are my favorite. Although Tamara is too.
Satisfied?
You are graceful, strong, yet sweet. You have performed a worthy feat.
And what would you have me do?
A pretty song is only half. Can you play some notes that make me laugh?
Fallon is the more sporty one.
Your music cannot tickle me. Again you play me for a fool. You play your tricks and steal my jewel.
It was that swan dude.
I should have known it was him. He teases me and thinks me dim.
We need our friends to help us get the crown jewel.
I will turn your friends back. 1, 2, 3. But you must remain and stay with me.
All right.
No!
Absolutely not.
I think this question is your test. You make the choice you think is best.
Gwen, we can't wait or we'll lose him in this mist.
Tamara trusts you and I trust her, so I must trust you too. Turn our friends back. Jewel Riders, let's ride!
If you think for 1 minute that I would leave her here alone, you're crazier than you look.
Need a supervisor.
Princess Kale will reward me well for this incredible magic jewel. Who goes there? Blast! I'm stuck! I don't suppose you'd care to chat about all this?
do love that they made the villain a swan. You nearly never see them as villains.
Of the Sunstone! By the magic of the Moonstone!
By the magic of the Forest Stone!
Sunstar, take us up!
Form an enchanted jewel circle to contain the magic!
Wolfpack, take your positions! Fire!
Ah, it must be nice to have such a friend. Mine always leave me in the end.
Friends should know each other's names, don't you think?
Uh-huh.
Stay right where you are, bub.
My name's Murray, and I'm wishing to know your name, sweet musician.
My name is Tamara.
All right. My name is Archimedes.
Archie to his friends.
Archimedes, a fine, strong name. You are brave and wise. Wish I were the same.
Well, it's true. You see, I am an owl.
I think it's shrinking! Keep it up! Good job, everyone!
Well, he is a troll. If you remember the toys.
Well, I see you all are having fun.
That's him, the evil troll, responsible for this entire mess.
Ah, still mad and hungry for power. Never a smile, always a glower.
Oh, Mother always liked you best.
Hey! I don't know what's going on, but I want you both to watch this.
Merlin, I thought you were gone.
Things are not always as they look. Sometimes it's hard to see through the mists that hide the truth. Always seek to know the real person before you judge them so quickly.
All I
Stream
wanted was
crash.
some friends.
You don't need magic to make friends.
Get real. Who'd want him for a friend?
What do you say, big brother? Truce?
Well, what do I get out of it? All right, I'm sorry. Sorry to get caught.
What do we do with him, Gwen? We have an idea about that.
That's interesting. I don't see anything on my end that says that.
You're having fun, but do not laugh. I'm going to saw this man in half.
Actually, it's not so bad. As his agent, I get 10%.
Our new friend is talented. Everyone loves him.
We can all learn a lot from him.
I was too quick to judge him by his appearance. I was wrong.
That's not what I meant.
Hey!
I was going to say, things are not always what they seem.
Hmm. Welcome back, Game Crazy. That's interesting. On my end, it will sometimes show when a crash happens by resetting the timer on how long I've been live. But it's showing the normal time. But looking on Twitch, it does show that it did stop after a certain bit. I'm sorry to see that. But that was Jewel Riders Part 2. I will be continuing our watching and reacting to the series next week at the same time. I love the characters. I'm glad I paid more attention this time. Yes, it is truly amazing. I would always encourage everyone to go back to the original YouTube and actually watch them all. Or if you don't want to go ahead, just watch up to the ones that we have. It not only looks better when you're watching it, in person, but apparently the audio was having some issues, so you won't get that on there. I'll have to have a watch party of this in my server to be able to watch it better. Yes, definitely do so. I was going to originally do it like that too, but I got permission from the archive holders to stream it. So that's why I'm here. They seemed pretty chill about it, so long as I always, referenced back to them. But I really do appreciate you coming and watching with me, Game Crazy. Well, everyone actually, not just Game Crazy, of course. Hmm, but yes, I am sorry for that crash. It seems like it's a bit more common to crash or since I've been on this Mac. I will hopefully be able to purchase a proper computer that will be able to handle everything. But I'm gonna pay off some credit card debt first, and then get more, essentially. It happens low. Yes, it does. It does. And thankfully, I now have means to edit the two videos together before I put them up on my YouTube channel. You'll have to let me know whenever you're doing another thing on Discord, though. Or if you're ever going to be playing Mario or anything like that. It was really fun to play with you. All of that. Hey, if you have time after this stream, feel free to stop by and say hi. I might actually get a Yumi to play tonight. What game? And I, I might. Although, I will preface this by saying Mario Party. I will preface this by saying I would love to potentially join. However, I have to do my hair um beforehand. I know that sounds weird, but when you have long hair like I do, um and curly hair, you need to get it all properly set up and everything. So, literally before the stream, I took a shower, washed my hair, and I have my hair up into buns, letting it dry so that by the time that this finishes, I will be able to put my hair up in flexi rods so that it's not too wet. And hopefully, it will be dry tomorrow. Big emphasis on the hopefully. It can take days for my hair to dry. And I'm hoping that with it having been squeezed and allowed and kind of separated for a bit, hopefully, it'll be dry. Buns are a cute style. They are. They can be. Whenever I'm at work or busy, I have a tendency to put my hair up in a bun. Although, unfortunately, doing that a lot, especially after washing my hair, can mess up your curl pattern. And if you do it for years, it can really mess up your curl pattern. So my poor curls aren't curling properly anymore. So that's why I'm trying to get back into properly letting it be, but also putting it in some curl stuff to help it. But let me see if there's really anyone. Alright, well, I think that will be it for today, my dears. Thank you all so much for joining me today. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and that truly means the world to me. So, with all that being said, stay safe out there, and may my glimmer bring you back. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, please feel free to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you wish, leave a comment down below. On each side of me, there should be other videos from my channel that you may or may not wish to look at. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining me.